this big mixing bowl for like baking assignments that I have for my puke bucket, and I filled that sucker up last night in one session. It was violent.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Chortle Games Live. I'm one of your hosts for tonight, Jake, and I'm joined by the Stream King, the Far Cry guy, the man who may cry devil, the Double Dog Dad, the Roguelite Lad, and if you hear some vomiting sounds, it's him, Steven. What's up, buddy? Howdy. Howdy, Judy.
It has been a rough freaking week, let me tell you.
Because it's been one of them weeks.
I am suffering from food poisoning or a stomach bug. Jury's out on which one. Yeah, so I had to miss work yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So that was frustrating. I found out I have a funeral to work on Saturday, so that's cool.
Fun.
And found out today when I went to go take a shower to, relieve my headache, which also I have a headache, which is why I made some cocaine BC powder lemonade. We don't have hot water, Jake. We are without hot water.
Oh, you're without hot water at your
We're
house?
without hot water, yeah, and we don't know why. Also, you need to share this to Discord so that I can see.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're live. We're hanging out. You're watching my screen tonight, and you're watching me play The Wandering Village over here on the Xbox Game Pass. This is a little cozy village builder game.
You say it's cozy. Do we know for a fact it's cozy?
So I played a little bit, and my first playthrough, I died within an hour. I lost my whole village, and I almost killed the monster thing that we're on top of, too. So I sent Steven a video of this when I was playing it, and I suggested this, and he was like, "This picture does nothing for me," and I was just like,
let me explain.
How do you not, like, I can understand if I said Wandering Village to you, you would be like, what are you talking about? But then as soon as you saw this giant monster with a village on top of it, I don't know how you don't just go, oh, that game. Because I feel like we've seen this so freaking much.
I only remember seeing it once, maybe twice, and I did remember seeing it. Like when you said that, I was like, oh, okay. And I'm pretty sure we've told you this, but you are the only one with an iPhone in our group text, so you, I guess, keep forgetting this or just are begrudgingly not listening to us. Whenever you send video, it is 2 pixels max, so it just looks like a blur.
You could have said that. You could have said that.
That's why I said this does nothing for me.
But that makes more sense. Well, anyway, this is a little village sim game. You're making your own village. You're managing a village, all while on top of this giant creature that's roaming a poisonous earth.
Did you know that the creature was there before? Did you make the village and then you were like, oh, shoot, we're moving? So
they actually... No, I thought that's how it would happen. So let me ask you this. Do we want to start a new village, or do you just want to pick up... I named my village Chortleback.
Chortleback. Oh, my. Okay.
It's like we're on the back of this monster. Well, I'll just say we'll just keep going with Chortleback then. But when the game starts, you're looking. They're explaining that the world is getting covered by these toxins. Your villagers are looking for like a sanctuary, and then like this head rises out of the ground, and they talk about how like, oh man, the toxins must have awoken this beast. Let's name it Oboe and climb on its back. So yeah, we've been doing it. So here, let's get into my village.
Okay.
The nice thing is you can manage how fast time passes. So, okay, cool. It dropped us in slow. So here's my village. We've got 3 farms going right now. I got a couple huts, some research stations, and then this is it's not Oboe, but it's something like that. Onbu, ONBU.
Okay.
Onbu.
That's closer than I expected it to be honest.
Yeah. So that's him. So this is the ground we have to work with here. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of starting to expand. You're gonna love this, Steven. Guess what this is back here?
What's that?
Any guesses what this little grouping is here?
I was going to say that's a tail, Jake.
Well, that's a tail. Yeah.
What is it?
Building
what
right
is
here. It's a
what is it?
dung collector.
Excellent. That explains why it's over by the tail.
Yep. And then this is like the compost heap. You can process it, and then I've got some other stuff working here. This is a seawater collector. A minute ago, I went through an ocean dome. So like one of the cool things. I'm in an ocean dome. I forgot about that. So one of the cool things is like on Unba, whatever. He's constantly like moving. So there's actually a world map out here.
Yeah.
And
do you pick where he goes, or do you just kind of
that's
ride
one
the wave?
That's one thing I'm kind of working on right now. He will listen to me, but he has a mind of his own, and he will listen to me depending on how much he trusts me. And right now, he doesn't really trust me.
I see.
Just because we're kind of new at this. I fed him a few times. We went through a desert, which was really tough. And I fed him a few times. You can feed him with this trebuchet. He's got his own doctor up here. I can command him with this horn blower. He's got his own kitchen staff. I've got our kitchen staff going here.
Wow.
So anyway, yeah, we're just kind of rocking and rolling. And we're researching lots of stuff. I wonder if I should build another research platform. My main problem that I have right now is I have a lot of things that need to be built. I've got roads that need to be built, buildings that need to be built, and no one is stepping up and building these things that I need built. It's very frustrating. It's my primary frustration right now.
So I'm currently playing MechWarrior 5 just to have something to do while I passively watch you.
Yeah.
And I found there was a campaign mission that I had not done. That's a tier 1 mission.
Mm-hmm.
To put in perspective, I'm doing solo, typically missions in the 20s. So I was like, I should probably knock out this campaign mission. So I loaded up my Stalker, which is one of my mech platforms that Mike sometimes runs. It's basically got 4 laser platforms, a Gauss rifle on its left torso, a large missile rack that fires 10 missiles at once, and then a PPC, which is like a plasma particle cannon on its right torso. Basically, this thing is loaded. And this mission is to take out a bandit settlement.
Mm-hmm.
I walked in, and they had a few tanks and a couple helicopters. I literally just walked in and executed, not just the men, but the women and the children too. I killed everything. I barely even fired my guns. I just walked through like freaking Godzilla, not using his breath, just kind of being a hazard.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Just save on cost, right? So yeah, they're dead. It's telling me to get to the extraction. I don't know where extraction is. So Onbo's on the move.
Onbo's on the move. I'm checking. I'm noticing some people are hungry, and I'm a little concerned about that. So
I'll be right back. This isn't a big thing. Don't worry.
Shifting some. Okay. Yeah, Steven, as soon as I logged on, he was just like, Jake, I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good. I might be throwing up later. Don't worry about it. I said, okay, bud. I won't worry about it. I need... Man, we're on an interesting struggle bus here. This is the village doctor. Maybe we should disable the doctor for a minute. Oh, we got some research done. Nice. Let's get the fishery. That'll be good. Get some food, some fish food. So yeah, this was a game I had seen a lot at different showcases and whatnot. Definitely saw it at Wholesome Directs and stuff like that. So it's been a really cool, or it's been one that's definitely been, in the works for a while. So I was really excited to potentially try this, and then as soon as it came to Game Pass, I was like, well, duh, no brainer. We're fixing to rock that.
How pumped are you for Remnant 2?
I'm pretty excited now that I've seen
Now that IGN reviewed it?
Yeah, well, not even now that IGN reviewed it, just now that I have sat down and watched a video about like all the different classes.
I have been trying to get you to do that for months.
Well, I just didn't need to, you know what I mean? Like it became a lot more imminent once it came up.
Well, I'm glad that you're excited. I'm very excited.
I am excited. Right now, I'm thinking Challenger is just probably my...
It's just a solid first pick for you.
Yeah, I think that's a good starting point, and then get the handler to have the dog. The dog honestly just seems like a cool... I mean, it honestly seems like a really no-brainer perk. So I don't know how people are gonna how more people aren't going to pick that.
My understanding is that a lot of what makes the dog even remotely viable is using a lot of your class's real estate, like your skills, to make it function. And so I think that's where the trick comes into play, where if you, for example, like your challenger skills, like the ground pound and aggro pull or whatever, then that's stuff that your dog isn't able to do, and so your dog isn't going to be as useful for every skill that you don't have on your dog for the dog. That's my understanding. And my plan is to just go all in with the dog and just have maybe one or two tricks outside of the handler.
Well, like one of the things with the dog is that if you go down, he'll heal you for 50%.
That is if you use its prime trait, though. You only get one prime trait. Prime perk, I guess. So like with the only two that I know off the top of my head are the handler and the medic. The handlers is if you go down, it'll use a relic to revive you, or a dragon heart. I forget what they're called. Basically your flasks from Elden Ring. That's you have a dragon heart that has charges. That's your flask, like your heal charge. So the dog will use your heart to revive you, or you can command it to revive someone else. That's the prime perk. And then there's the medic, which makes it to where for every set amount that you heal, like that you heal someone, including like yourself, you get a heart charge back. So that's tempting for me, because I mean, it depends on how, this is going to sound horrible, but it depends on how competent the people I run with are. And like it's that, and it's just how punishing is this game? How many one-shot things are there, you know? If reviving is a constant thing that I am needing to do, then that handler prime perk is a lot more tempting. But if I'm able to keep people from going down by healing enough, then suddenly that medic prime perk is a lot more tempting. So it just depends on like what you want to go for on your build.
Right.
And I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm going all in on the handler. I'm curious to see how it plays with others, because I have had that same thought too of like, it's hard to say no to having just a constant companion with you. But the other archetypes do seem pretty like they all seem pretty good. Like the ones that I learned about today sound less consistent, I guess. Like they wouldn't have made sense as starters, because you got the explorer, the alchemist, and the summoner. Like the explorer sounds interesting, but I couldn't see it as a starter archetype. But it totally makes sense as a backup. Same with alchemist. Summoner is going to be fun though. I don't know. I'm just excited to get my hands on the game.
Yeah, I was surprised the summoner wasn't immediately.
Well, I've talked to you about this before.
You'd rather do support than summon.
Well, not necessarily. And again, like if I can do both, I'm gonna do both. And in the question of again a minion master playstyle, In my eyes, you got two. And I just blanket them by saying you've got the Necromancer and the Ranger. I always prefer Ranger because one strong minion that is like having a second person on the field is always more preferable to me playstyle wise than a multitude of weaker minions that just kind of swarm everything.
Right.
Because there's more interesting dynamic in that. Like minions with the summoner, I've seen a little bit of the gameplay. It's kind of how I played in Remnant 1 because there was no dog in Remnant 1. But in Remnant 1, there was a weapon mod you could get there were a few where you could summon things to help you, and you summon them and then they attack things. That's it. But it's a lot more interesting to me when I've got a constant summon nearby that one has constant uptime, unless if he is defeated, but two, I can coordinate very specifically. I could be like, hey, go pull aggro, I'm gonna go revive this person, or hey, go revive this person, I'll pull aggro. It's like I'm able to do two things at once with the efficiency of two people. That's just really intriguing to me, and and I love that kind of play style.
I like that.
Yeah. I think my mission glitched because it's like, get to the extraction zone. There's no extraction zone marked on my map. I've been walking around searching for this extraction. I probably deserve it because I executed all of those poor people. So Jedi Survivor, I beat it yesterday.
Yes, yeah. How did that go?
I texted you and Brody. I was like, man, I picked it up again. This is some good ass Star Wars. That's what I said. And it is. And I'm just going to talk full spoilers.
Yeah.
So I had this game's plot pegged from the very beginning. I had every twist pegged from the beginning. We even talked about it. So I'm just going to go from... So where I left off, before I picked the game back up again this week, Cal and Bode were trying to take out Dagon at the big array in
the big ship.
The whatever it was, I can't remember. It's there are a lot of places.
I think you and I left off at the same place then.
Had you killed Dagon's lieutenant yet?
I think that, yeah.
Like the big dude with the big muscle?
I think so.
Okay. So Bode and Cal fight Dagon and they kill him. So Dagon's done. We get the compass. We go back to Jeddah. And we're all chummy and everything. And at one point, when like right after you defeat Dagon, Bode is just like, I'm gonna look around, see if there's like an instruction menu for this thing or something. And Cal's like, we'll figure it out. And so it's like, okay. And so you go back to Jeddah. Cordova is fixing the compass, and you have this big chummy like, I'm so glad we're friends. Campfire thing where Cal says to Seer, he's like, when we go to Tanalorr, you should totally come with us, and she agrees. And so she's like, yeah, I'll go to Tanalorr, the hidden path, and go to Tanalorr, basically taking Cal's vision and saying, yes, that's what we will do. This is a good idea.
There, yeah.
And so the night ends with everyone going inside, and Bode, something's bothering him, and Cal's like, hey, we're best friends. I'm so glad we're best friends. Blah 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 blah. And then Marin and Cal finally says to her, he's like, I know what I want, and she's like, it took you long enough. So Marin and Cal are totally a thing. They're totally gonna bang.
Nice.
Yeah. Hot. Yeah. But so the next day, Cordova fixes the compass, and Cal's like, oh my gosh, you did it, it worked. You turn around, and Bode has Cordova at gunpoint. And he's like, you don't have to do this. And Bode's like, I do. And so he shoots Cordova 3 times and kills him.
Damn.
Yeah. Which at that point I was like, okay, that seemed a bit
intense.
A bit scorched earth to Bode's character. No coming back from that. And so the Empire, of course, shows up on Jeddah. And so US Cal chased down Bode, but BD isn't with you because you're in such a hurry. So you have this really intense speeder bike chase where you're trying to catch Bode, and it was pretty cool. And eventually it results in you and Bode going off this sick ramp, and Bode's speeder bike explodes. You jump off your speeder bike. He's on his jetpack. You're flying around, punching each other in the face, being like, I'm so glad we're best friends. And then you land on a platform, and you're like, why'd you do it? Like, what's going on? He's like, you were about to just give this to the hidden path. This was like our families could have used this or whatever. Doesn't really make much sense, but I'll get to that later, I guess. And you try to take it from him, and he force pushes you. Yes. This is the part that I didn't see.
The jetpack guy?
Yes, Bode the jetpack guy is a Jedi.
What?
And he says to you, you aren't the only one who survived, and pulls out Dagon's lightsaber and fights you with like a lightsaber fight with Bode, because he is a trained Jedi for some reason. And it's kind of funny because when they first announced the lightsaber stances, and one of them was a blaster stance, I think you probably don't remember me saying this because I say a lot of things.
You say a lot of insightful things. Yeah, it's hard to see through the.
Yeah, but I said I kind of wish that they had made it to where that stance was the backwards held stance, because that in canon, I believe, was a stance that utilized a lot of like lightsaber throwing. That's how Bode fights. He fights lightsaber held backwards, blaster in left hand.
Wow.
So that was kind of interesting. And let me tell you, it's real weird seeing Bode with a lightsaber, because he looks like he's the smuggler type, and like he's super buff, and so it's like, do you really even need this? you don't.
You already had the jetpack. You didn't need this.
And so like, I took some issue with Bode as a Jedi, because it doesn't do anything for the story except give you an excuse for a final boss fight.
Right.
So you fight each other. He technically wins because you don't have BD. So you fall off of the platform, and it does the whole thing where it's like respawn, acting like you died. And when you come back, you're playing Seer. And Seer is leading the defense of the hidden path on Jeddah. And you play a Seer for a while, and you're just mowing down stormtroopers, and you're trying to secure the archive, secure the evacuation, all that jazz, because it's like a full-on assault from the Empire, like walkers and all, like AT-ATs. And so this is the part, like Seer, I didn't like her as much in the first game, and I think it was just because her eyes scare me, because like, I think you know what I'm talking about. That actress's eyes are enormous.
Right.
And there was something off-putting about that, but she's a lot better in this game. I guess she doesn't make eye contact with you as much. But no, she's really good. But this is one of the parts, like while I was playing this part is when I said, man, this is some good ass Star Wars. Because you're fighting alongside Marin, securing the escape and everything, and then you go to the archive with BD after you've told Marin to hold the gate and wait at the Mantis. BD takes what's left of the archive, and Seer's like, go, get out of here. Take this to the Mantis and just leave. And you probably know where this is going. As soon as BD leaves, Darth Vader walks into the archive.
Oh, fuck.
And Seer and Vader, you as Seer, fight.
Oh my god.
And it kicks ass. It is such a good, because like he's even saying to her like, you've grown stronger, and she's just like, I haven't grown stronger, I've let go of my fear. Like she's just in such a place of like Jedi acceptance,
right?
Like this is where I die. And like Vader is difficult because if you're gonna do a fight against Vader, that hasn't already been shown, you know, Vader has to come out looking on top. So it's hard to balance that in gameplay to where it's like, what's the point of this fight? He's just going to kick my ass anyway. It's Darth Vader. But they managed, like Star Wars The Force Unleashed did it the wrong way, where they just had you absolutely clown Vader to where he was nothing.
Right.
But in this, like, it's an intense fight where like you lower the archive down to where you're stuck in a pit together basically. And like you mess him up enough to where like his cape is burnt and everything, and like he's clearly feeling the fight, but also it's Vader, so he's holding back and you can tell. And there's this really cool shot where you get in a saber lock and like the camera pans to show that he was holding his lightsaber up against yours, but as it turns you see that he's holding you back with his hand, just force pushing back your blade.
Oh my gosh.
That was just so good. But the fight ends with Seer doing like a Hail Mary like attack to where he's backed up against the wall, and she dives towards him to stab him. She misses by an inch and he gets her. He stabs her. Seer dies.
Damn.
Yep. So Cordova and Seer gone. But
Cordova was the Jedi that had BD, right? Originally,
right? Correct.
Yeah, okay.
But that whole scene with Seer, you're gonna love it. It's fantastic. Like it with the music and the cinematics and just the whole fight itself. It was hard to play that and not be like super into it.
Oh yeah.
And you know how I feel about, like I said, with scenes in Star Wars that have to do with utilizing Vader. For example, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the show, it messed up with how it utilized fights with Vader. It portrayed Vader really well outside of when he was interacting with Obi-Wan, but seeing Vader get absolutely rocked by Obi-Wan in the end of that show felt wrong. And like when Vader fought Ahsoka in Rebels, it felt weird because he spared her. And so that's like, well, what's Luke even for? Which is kind of the theme of Disney Star Wars. What's Luke even for? But this didn't feel like that at all. This felt like that era of Vader hunting down Jedi. And he was fighting a Jedi Master at the peak of her game, but she still couldn't do it. But neither of them felt like they were weakened. It was just a really good scene. So Bode ends up leaving the tracker on his T-16. So you go to... Did I really... whatever, I'm just going to quit the game. The mission's glitched. There's no extraction point, so I just quit the game. So you go to this outpost that is the like the central command of the Imperial Intelligence officers or whatever. Basically, like the they're the Inquisitors, but not to where like they think the Inquisitors are dumb.
Okay.
So it's the Inquisitors that work directly for the Empire that have nothing to do with
Vader.
The Force. Yeah.
Gotcha.
If the Inquisitors are Vader's Jedi hunters, the Imperial Intelligence Bureau or whatever it's called that you go to is like the Empire's Jedi hunters. So you go there, and you talk to a lot of stuff happens, but you talk to the guy in charge, and Cal is like, the attack on Jeddah happened, like basically trying to find out like what the deal is with Bode. Turns out Bode has been an Imperial spy since the very beginning, since before Coruscant. Like, he joined your crew fully intending to screw you over.
Damn.
Which I did not like that as much either. I thought it would have been a lot more Star Wars-y and compelling if he had turned rather than just being bad the whole time. But like I said, they had no intention at this point of redeeming his character. It's all downhill from here.
It was just bad.
Yeah, he was just a villain. So when you say that the attack on Jeddah happened, and I thought this was kind of interesting, the guy was like, "No, that's not possible. That's not coming for another few months." And I could be wrong, but that might be referring to Rogue One. Because the scene when Saw Gerrera, when he got nuked, basically, that was Jeddah. So it was, and the planet was basically cracked and destroyed. That was Jeddah, and so I'm wondering if that was the Imperial assault that he was referring to. So Bode went over the head of the guy with the Imperial intelligence, went straight to Vader, basically, and was like, "Hey, I can hand you these guys," and he did, because Bode wanted Tantalor for himself,
for his family.
For his family. So you find Bode's room and you meet his daughter, Kata.
Nice.
And she's sweet. She's a sweet little girl who's like, she's exactly what you'd expect, but it feels weird. Again, they very clearly wanted to be like, Bode is sympathetic, but at the same time they wanted to make him just bad. And there's a way that you could have done it where we didn't have to end up here, but here we are. So you find out Bode was, and this, as far as I know, doesn't really vibe with well, no, that's not exactly true, because Quinlan Voss was also an undercover Jedi. Basically, Bode was a intelligence operative, like embedded by the Jedi Order. Like he was a secret Jedi or whatever. And he fell in love, married his wife. Then they had Kata, and when Order 66 happened, the wife died protecting them. They got out, and so he ended up cutting a deal with the Empire. They keep Kata safe, and he does what they tell him to, which doesn't really make sense, especially if they know that he's a Jedi. That's not really how that works. Again, can you tell I've got big issues with Bode being a Jedi, because it kind of throws a lot of problems into the narrative.
Right.
And as you'll see, again, it doesn't really do anything for the story except for set up a boss fight. But and you just let me know if anything interesting is happening on.
Well, I'm just in so much stress right now.
Are you losing?
Well, there was a period where everyone was sick, and so I was like, crap, get the doctor what he needs. Great. And then while I'm dealing with this pandemic, suddenly freaking Obonobo or whatever walks through a cloud of toxins and gets covered in toxic mushrooms, which are making everyone sick. So now I'm like, well, fuck. I gotta get rid of these ASAP. So I started doing that, and now he just walked into a fucking desert. So we're on the struggle bus over here, fam. And now we're in the desert and we're out of water. So we have no water. We're in the desert. This is not gonna go well. So I'm trying not to panic. I'm trying not to panic too bad. Because also, there's not going to be any food here for Obonobo, which he's full right now. But that's not going to last long.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm just, I'm fine. I'm having a good time.
That's
I'm
good.
Having a great time. I literally have no idea how we can get water.
Great. So, you talk with Bode, and it's the whole, he's like, "Hey, Tanalor is not for the hidden path. It's for me. It's for me, and it could be for you if you want it to be." Basically, pleading to Cal to be like, "Hey, screw all of the people trying to hide from the Empire. It should just be for us." Hey, Vortex. And
Vortex.
And Cal is like, "Nah, fam, that's dumb. That's really dumb. Like, you could still, like, even telling Bode, like, hey, even though you resulted in 2 Jedi Masters dying, one of which was my master, we still want you to be on Tanalor. You just gotta chill." And he's like, "No." So
chill out.
So he ends up grabbing Kata. They leave. So you're fighting the whole station by yourself, basically. Fast forward to, like, he's on Tanalor, and you have a way to get to Tanalor as well. So you confront Bode on Tanalor. I'm skipping some stuff, but so you find Kata just chilling there. Vortex got DMC5 yesterday. It feels complicated at first, Vortex. It feels very overwhelming, but you'll get the hang of it. Promise. But Kata is sitting outside of the temple, and Bode is inside the temple because he's just like, no one's going to find us here. Even, like, whatever. And you just go up to Kata, and she's like, "Hey guys, how the hell are you here?" And she's like, "Hey, not gonna lie, this sucks. I hate this place. It's cold and lonely and dark, and I hate this." And Cal is like, "Okay, well, let's go talk to your dad." So you go talk to Bode, and he is like, he's lost his friggin' mind. Like, he's like force pushing Kata. No. like saying, like, stay out of this, like doing the whole, like, freaking dad's lost his mind thing.
No, that's
like,
not cool. That's not cool.
Yeah,
not cool,
and
fam.
so you fight Bode alongside Marin, who Marin, of course, coming in clutch, saves Kata like twice in this fight.
She's
and
a
so
freaking boss.
She is, and it results in Bode, like, you have him, like, beaten essentially, and he's like, "What happens when the Empire comes? Are you going to protect my little girl?" And I'm over here thinking, like, better than you have. You're
trying to kill her now.
Yeah, you nearly killed her like 3 times. But Cal doesn't respond for some reason, and so Bode gets the upper hand, starts choking Cal to death, and then, like, starts beating him to death on the ground, and then you get this prompt that says, "Embrace your darkness." And so you go into, like, darkness mode, which basically, your mass stasis, your L3 R3, that turns into force stasis, plus you fight like a Sith now for a few seconds.
Whoa.
And so you don't kill him, like it just turns the tide of the fight a little bit, and he gets the upper hand again, and then Marin ends up throwing her little witch knife, hitting him in the chest. Cal pulls his gun, Bode pulls his gun. Bode's guns are broken, so Cal has won the draw with Bode's gun that Bode gave him, which why'd he even give him the gun if his plan was betrayed? But
I remember you being like, "I bet that gun has a tracker on it."
They never explain that.
Yeah.
Like that could have been it. Like that Like as soon as he gave us that gun, I was like, why is he doing this? There has to be some kind of intention behind this. But no, there never was. But so Cal is standing there. He's won the draw, and he pulls the trigger. He shoots Bode.
Damn.
And then he shoots him again.
Did you shoot him 3 times? Because that feels like justice.
He shoots him twice, and then like there's this moment where he's like, "Oh damn."
He was my best friend.
And there's actually a point in when you meet Kata where Bode goes, "Kata, this is my best friend."
You're my best friend right here.
But yeah, so Kata's an orphan now.
Wow.
Yep.
That is some wild shit right there.
So and like it's still good ass Star Wars. So even though a lot of these plot points are not what they necessarily should have been, in my opinion, they're powerful. Like those moments with Bode, they still hit. But I still think, like, literally the only reason they did the reveal of him being a Jedi was so they could have that final fight. Because it does nothing to enhance his story. In fact, it lessens it. It kind of feels like at any point did you think that Bode was going to be a secret Jedi?
Secret Jedi? Never. I mean, you heard me gasp when you said that.
Yeah. Like my jaw dropped when I saw him respond with a force push. I was like, what? And it was surprising, yes, but it wasn't earned in my opinion, because it would have made so much more sense if he was just a very capable smuggler. Hell, make him even a bounty hunter, someone who's experienced with fighting Jedi, someone who is just an opportunist that is trying to save his daughter. That's all you needed. And with them turning it into the whole he's a Jedi, like on the run from the Empire thing, like
we know about those.
Yeah, he was trained, like he was a Jedi enough to where like he was high up enough that he was a secret Jedi, like he was undercover, like so he understands the Jedi code, like he was involved. And so that makes it to where his disconnect from caring about the hidden path and other Force sensitives makes that much less sense. Because if he was just a smuggler, like screw those Jedi. Like what have they done for me? But with this, it's just like, yeah, I know a lot of Force sensitives, and I worked with the Jedi, and I trained them, but yeah, screw 'em.
I know a Force sensitive or two.
Yeah, like it just felt like it's the one big misstep, I think, out of the overall plot that like I'm just like, this feels needless. And I know, like I say needless again, it was just so that we could have a Jedi v Jedi final boss fight. It's the only reason. But he's like, he didn't need to be Force sensitive to have a lightsaber. Like he still had Dagon's lightsaber that he stole off of his corpse. So just make
he
him.
He could have just been a bounty hunter using a lightsaber.
Exactly. And I would have been fine with that.
I'd have been fine with that. I would have thought that was cool.
Yeah. Like it really is crazy. Like once you play it, you'll be like, all right, so who is this guy? What has he done with the boat? Like he just starts acting completely different. Like and him lashing out at Kata, and of course it's supposed to be like implied, like, oh, he's embracing the dark side or whatever. But like his entire motivation from beginning of like when you meet him, everything for my daughter. For him to be so unhinged, where he's like, "Stay out of this, Kata," and like force pushes her away.
Right. That was.
That's like, this was needless. This
cool,
does nothing. This is just character assassination. But yeah, so the game ends. You have Tanalorr. It is your home now. And
does the Does the bar move up there?
Grease wants to make the bar be up there.
Nice.
But like, I don't know how I feel about the whole plot of Tanalorr, because the whole thing is like, let's live in this on this planet that is surrounded by this totally not obvious nebula. Like, I understand the idea of like trying to hide, but like, Bo does kind of have a point saying, what are you gonna do when the Empire comes? Because the Empire is gonna come at that point. Like, they'll find a way, because at that point you're not really hiding as much as you're saying, hey, I'm totally in here, you just have to figure out how to get in here.
Yeah, I felt the same way. So I'm picking up part of my problem. All right, we are not quite out of the woods yet, but we're getting there.
I should hope that you wanted to be in the woods, because you're in the desert right now.
I would love to be in some woods right now, but there was a fork in the road. Obonobo's not listening to a goddamn word I say. But he took a turn into more desert, so I don't know that the other way would have been any better, but it wasn't the way I picked, so here we are. On the upside, though, like, I think we're fine. Like, we suddenly have 134 units of water.
Have you had to resort to cannibalism yet? How much of that water is piss?
No, but I was just looking at our research, and apparently...
One of your researches is like, cannibalism?
Well, one of the researches for Obonobo, or was it Obonobo? Maybe it was farming, or was it resources? It's resources, which makes it even worse. So there's a bile extractor that I have not built yet or researched.
Are you gonna eat poop?
Well, so, no, it's kind of weird. You weren't far off the wrong track. Extracts bile from Obonobo's gallbladder, and you use it to make fuel, I think. But then below that is a blood extractor, which extracts blood from his heart, and then you learn how to make black pudding, which is blood pudding. So, don't really care.
This doesn't really feel like it's starting to feel more like a parasitic relationship than a symbiotic relationship.
Well, I'm trying to lean more symbiotic, but I also just realized, like, there are knowledge points that I didn't realize, like, I was gaining or losing when I did research. So I'm real that's real unfortunate, but yeah, I was stressed out for a little bit. I'm not as stressed out now. But Obonobo is about to pass the fuck out too, so that's gonna be an interesting. Obonobo finally fucking listened to me. He said he accepted my command. I wonder, I may just tell him to take a nap right here, because this is better. This could be worse. Okay, he just did it anyway. Do you like his? I like his little picture in the top right, and kind of see his little head. Oh shit, we're out of beets. Grilled fish. How many berries we have? Oh fuck, we're almost out of berries. Oh well, shit. Okay, we do have corn. What other food do we have, though? Lord have mercy, Stephen. Oh, the cacti provide water. That makes sense.
Did you not?
I didn't really pay attention. I didn't really pay attention to that part of the tutorial. I just kind of was going for it.
I see.
Yeah. I tell you what, we got to get out of this climate. This climate's doing me no favors.
Yeah. I think I'm going to uninstall Diablo 4.
You're going to uninstall it?
I think so.
Wow.
Because they are really screwing the game up, and the game already wasn't that great. I have lost interest until they give me a class that I care about, because apparently, in preparation for the new season, they did game-wide nerfs. Like every class got nerfed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really funny because one of the big nerfs that they did was to vulnerability, because apparently vulnerability was so good that everyone had to use it.
Mm-hmm.
So their response was, let's just make vulnerability worse so people don't want to use it as much. So then they'll have to use the worse options. And I'm a ice mage. You want to know what our main debuff is? Vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
It's vulnerability, chill, and freeze. And people have already been complaining. Yep, you're right, Vortex. It is a PvE game with friends. But they, for some reason, are very focused right now on making it not fun. That's a big focus of Diablo 4's mission statement.
All right, we have a field decision. Dense fog covers the entrance, making it impossible to see inside. Carefully, your scavengers take a few steps in when suddenly an uplifting melody resounds from afar. Should we follow the melody, or should we get the fuck out?
It's an uplifting melody.
Yeah, you want to go for it?
Let's go for it.
Let's fucking go. The scavengers listen from afar, walk deeper into the woods, but as they don't agree on where the sound is coming from, they always end up running in circles. After a while, the group gives up and leaves with 30 wood. So there you go.
Where's the melody coming from?
It all worked out. They couldn't agree, so here we are.
Was the melody just some dude with a boombox on Obonobo's back playing music, and they were just chasing his own tail?
William! All the people have names, too, which is kind of funny.
That is funny.
I have a lot of people that are idle at work, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
One thing that is frustrating about this game so far is it's a touch difficult to figure out where people are and what they're doing. Can you
maybe upgrade to where, like, attached to Obonobo's tail you have a whip, so that when people are idle at work, Obonobo's like shifting tail whips them? Yeah.
I mean, I like the sound of that.
That'd be fun.
There was something about extra flamethrowers, but I don't know what that. I don't know what that is.
What do you need initial flamethrowers?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not quite sure I understand.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to play Titanfall. I don't. You know what? Oh wait, did it work? Wow, amazing. I'm trying to play Titanfall 2, but the EA launcher is immediately. If it's not going to immediately let me play it, I'm just not going to.
I feel that.
This is the fourth time the EA launcher has popped up and been like, hold on. But no, yeah, Diablo 4, they're really screwing it up. Because I already have had my complaints since day one, saying I think the focus here is wrong, to where it's less about the loot game and more about the long-term grind, which is 100% the truth. They're basically, rather than gating power through like finding the right loot and build crafting, they're gating it through sheer time commitment grind. And that makes it to where build crafting is a lot less interesting.
Right.
So what you end up with is drops that aren't very compelling, classes that feel less powerful, and they continue to nerf the classes that already feel nerfed. Like the sorcerer has an in-canon reason why it is significantly worse than the wizard from Diablo 3. And they're still nerfing it.
You're still too strong. we need to get out of this fucking desert. I am getting real nervous about food. Food up here looking rough. Should have somebody making. You're making corn. You're making berry. You're making mushrooms now. That's what you're making. So we should have a lot of mushrooms. We don't have a ton of mushrooms. Freaking Obonobo eats mushrooms, so he takes up all our mushroom.
How many freaking mushrooms? Like, that's a lot of mushrooms to feed him. He's a big boy.
Do you see that? Do you see that? We got a whole fucking trebuchet to launch food to this son of a bitch.
So I'm impressed at your use of trebuchet. Is it actually a trebuchet though? Let me see it.
You tell me. You tell me what that is. It's called a trebuchet.
Well, then it's a trebuchet. I'm just trying to understand.
I didn't just come up with that, Steven.
Well, now I'm less impressed because I thought that you like pulled from your knowledge of like, oh, this looks like a trebuchet.
This is obviously classic trebuchet right here.
Is it?
Classic.
What makes it classic trebuchet?
This cool little block right here. They use the weight to fling the thing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean.
The block?
There's a little block here. It's got Obonobo's face on it. You probably can't see it. It's a little hard to see.
Everything is very small on the screen.
Yeah, I understand that. It's fine. My farmers have never expanded further than these little plots here. It just drives me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're finally out of the freaking desert, Steven.
That's good.
It is good. Finally, okay. Whew, thank God. All right, I need these people cooking something that's not hot. Ooh, wheat. Let's do wheat. They're gonna start on wheat, Steven. We're gonna see how that goes.
Okay. This part of the Titanfall 2 campaign is so freaking good. Because like this is where you get like officially, because for like the first 2/3 maybe of the Titanfall 2 campaign, you are only BT's pilot because Lastimosa, who kind of was your trainer and BT's former pilot, gave a final order to give you acting command. Mm-hmm. And so you eventually meet up with the rest of the army. And they officially assign you to BT, and so you're working with them. So you're doing like these missions where you're doing a Titanfall alongside other teammates, like Titans v Titans alongside friendly Titans, mm-hmm. you know? Mm-hmm. And now we were chasing a big ship before it took off, and it took off. And Sarah Briggs, who's our commanding officer, was like, "Get to a ship, we're chasing it." And so now we're in a smaller ships trying to hijack the bigger ship that got away. Also, we're pilots of giant mechs. It's just metal.
It's just metal, man.
Oh, and the 6-4, yes. I forgot this is the part with the 6-4. Droz and Davis, I think I forget the first guy's name, but it's this Australian dude and then this other dude that sounds kind of like your Lowenthal, mm-hmm. and it's just these two guys in this squad, and they join you on the when you hijack the ship. It's just good stuff. It's good stuff.
Did you watch the story trailer for
Armored Core?
No, Spider-Man 2 that just dropped?
No. Did you watch the story trailer for Armored Core that I sent you?
No. I had already seen it though.
Oh. What'd you think of it?
I didn't watch it. I had seen that the trailer had dropped from another source. Armored Core is gonna be one that like, it's gonna catch me. It's gonna have to catch me just right, you know.
You're not gonna get it.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna get it. I'm just saying we're gonna have to see. Tool.
Like, we just got knocked off of a ship that we were on, and Barker, a pilot, was like, "Hold on, I'll catch you," and he flies underneath us and catches both me and my giant mech. He's so metal.
I don't know why it wants me. It's telling me no tools available, but I don't know what that means. None of my other forums have ever said that. I love it when we're both playing a different game.
Yeah.
And we just like we commentate on what's happening to us. So it'll be like, why is everyone, I'll be like, why are my people sick? And you're like, I just crashed on a plane. Do I not have someone on doctor duty? We are struggling on the food game, Steven. Struggling on the food game here. We do have some wheat now, though. Get off corn, get to beet. What the fuck? They gotta switch to beet. Whew, we're on the struggle bus here, Steven. People are going hungry. God damn it, did we walk through a...
Well, I'm not struggling.
Jesus Christ, Obonobo, what's...
Obonobo found a gateway to hell and he's walking right into it.
Walking right through another toxic cloud. Fucking hell. No, 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 no. Alright, we gotta pause. We gotta pause. Pause everything. Jesus, how did this happen fast? Holy fuck.
Use new essential Steam. So is Metal Hellsinger not out for PlayStation yet? Is it not coming to PlayStation? What's the deal there?
So much poison, Steven. Somehow this was the worst cloud we've ever walked into. I think it like didn't show us walking through the cloud for some reason, so I didn't notice it. So I think some of them have already like reproduced.
Mm-hmm.
I think I flagged them all. Ah, fuck. I missed some. A lot.
Gotcha, Vortex.
Oh no, this is bad. This might be what kills us here, everybody.
What happened? Did Obonobo?
No, just there, like, that one cloud seriously infected the fuck out of us.
There's a game you should look out for, Vortex. I'm actually playing it right now. See if it ever goes on sale. It's called Vanquish. It is a shooter. I believe it's by Platinum Games. Yes, it's by Platinum Games. It is wild. It is, just to put in perspective what kind of game this is. Your sprint, and this is on PlayStation 4. Your sprint is you drop to your knees and slide with jet propulsion behind you. You can activate bullet time whenever. Like it's like if Master Chief was an anime character. That's the best I can do. But doesn't that sound great?
It sounds awesome, yeah.
Yeah, it's got some Metal Gear vibes. But it doesn't suck.
Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. Obonobo, sleep. Stop. For God's sake, sleep. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Wake up. Wake up. Fuck. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, Steven.
Talk me through it, Coach. I don't know what's...
We're fucked. We're fucked.
Did he fall asleep in the middle of
a toxic cloud. I was trying to catch him.
To.
I was trying to catch him before he walked into it, because we're still dealing with the other one. He's so fucking tired too. He's gonna sleep for a week.
And your character in Vanquish is so cool that you can like press a button and he'll undo his mask and like take a drag of a cigarette.
Look at this little patch right here. Just a bunch of fucking poison. I don't know where I don't know if my doctor's working overtime, but I need my doctor working overtime. I need my herbologist working overtime.
Where's the keyboard and mouse controls?
Boost, distract. Oh, I'm getting nervous.
Not even Shredder's Revenge is on sale. I'd buy it just to see that Donnie emote. You know it. Just a minute.
Just a minute. What a great one. What a great one.
It's a good time.
It's a really good time. Guess I would love for some more villagers, because a bunch of people are about to freaking die. Ugh. This is gonna suck. Oh, and he's about. This is gonna be freaking tough. How? Resources. No. Make glass from sand. Make iron. Aqua farm. No. Obonobo doesn't even listen to me anyway. Ooh.
Oof. I'm always worried whenever I have a burp. That's going to be something else.
You got to take those burps real carefully. Oh man, this is just I don't even know what I want to do right now. Oh, that's what I need. I need the windmill. Yep. That's what we want. That's what we need to be working towards. Okay, on the up and up, we have removed all of the toxins that are currently here. But that's only going to help us for so long. Because what's about to happen, it's not going to be good. He's about to walk through another toxic cloud into a desert. Into another
off a cliff.
Yeah.
Into a field of cacti.
Just about. Just about. Oh, that's a good. Thank you for saying that, because I need to get cacti on the plant right now. So apparently tomatoes grow nicely in torrid weather. All right, pause. Pause everything. Can I highlight all this yuck? We're literally gonna walk out of this cloud into another cloud. But it said the one we're about to walk in is labeled strange formation, which really does not bode well for our situation right now.
Gosh.
Yeah. Way too many sick people.
Some of the animations in this game, like if you're zooming on your knees and you're like aiming backwards, your guy literally like goes flat, his head is looking backwards and he's shooting. Like, this dude's a freaking gymnast. Oh! I zoomed into this ring, and the lady says, "Don't go into the ring when the energy's charging." I see this giant beam of light. She goes, "You'll be atomized." And so I yeeted myself backwards.
Uh-oh. Asher just cried, and I'm home alone. So I might have to go down there. He kind of settled.
Is this a you're done for the night kind of worry, or you need to go for a minute?
No, it would be just for a minute if it.
Do I need to stream you the game I'm playing so you can throw this up?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It'd be very different.
Wait, what now?
What happened?
This says a dead Obonobo. Truly a sad sight. This could have been all our fate as well, but we managed to pull through thanks to grit, cooperation, and not least of all your guidance. We should build something to commemorate our continued survival. Oh, fuck.
What?
There's a dead Obonobo over here. I thought we died.
Oh. Interesting.
Oh, this is the end of the tutorial is what it's saying, I think.
You're in the what?
You're forced to start in a tutorial mode. Oh man, that freaking scared the shit on me. I thought he was saying like
Scared the shit on you?
Scared the shit on me, dog. You see the little air balloon going to the front? That's me giving.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm fighting a giant mech right now. I don't see anything.
It's getting almost impossible to breathe. The toxicity levels got so high. Hostility modifiers unlocked. Congratulations, you have unlocked hostility modifiers.
Yay! That sounds great. I've always wanted to modify how hostile people are towards me.
Yeah, right. That's for a new game. If I start a new game,
I see.
It'll do that.
A boost machine gun. What's a boost machine gun?
I really need my researchers to figure out this windmill so we can start making bread so these people don't fucking starve.
They're not eating their blood pudding?
Well, yeah, we didn't get that. I told you that was a possibility. We didn't go that route.
Why have you not gone that route yet?
You know, it's a great point. I might have to before it's all said and done. Your scavengers managed to locate a shrine, but there's one problem. It is embedded high up in a sheer cliff face and seems completely inaccessible. Looks like we have to climb it. There has to be another way to get up there. Let's look around. Trying to get up there would be too dangerous. Let's go home.
Climb it.
You think climb it or look around?
Climb it. Unless if you don't want to.
The bravest of your scavengers sets out to climb the shrine, but halfway up the cliff, the cliff ledge they're standing on suddenly crumbles beneath their feet. The others decide to head home before taking any more losses.
So someone died.
My two-man crew, somebody died.
When you said climb it, I thought Obonobo was going to climb it. I'm really disappointed.
No. Not quite that cool. Not quite that cool.
I'm telling you, Vortex, you'd love this game. If you can get it for like $10, $5, you absolutely should. It's from the 360 era, but I think it got re-released for previous gen. There's a cool mechanic with this game where when you find guns, if like let's say I have an assault rifle and it's at full ammo, but I find another assault rifle, I can upgrade the assault rifle with the assault rifle that I find.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
You need to watch that Armored Core trailer though. Like even if you're not gonna get the game, it's just a really good trailer. Like it's very intense.
It sounds intense. The few things that I have seen of the game, it looks really cool. So
yes, yes. It's not for everyone, and I don't think it's gonna be for you. Just because you haven't shown a propensity for mech type games or games that require you to be very involved in the building process.
Wow.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I didn't say that.
Mm-hmm. I just calls them as I sees them, you know.
Calls them as I sees them, y'alls. Oh, a survival monument. What does this do?
Is that what he was talking about when he said we should make a monument to our survival?
Yeah, he was like, we should monumentize our
monetize our metabolism.
We should be metabolizing. We should make an Obonobo take an ice bath every morning for 11 minutes to boost his metabolizing.
That seems like way more than it's worth.
Get that fish metabolizing, you know what I mean, Steven?
Right.
A fish can't metabolize if you don't rasterize, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. I want a farm. Is that so much to ask for, Steven?
With this game, yeah, it kind of sounds like it.
You ain't freaking lying. What up, Monty? What up, Monty?
What the hell? What was that? You want to apologize for whatever that was?
I can't. It's legally obligated not to.
Wow. Hey, Monty. Monty.
Monty. What's up, Monty? That was something. Just for you, though, Monty. You know what I mean?
That could be taken as a good thing or a bad thing.
So, I'm sending out these scavenging parties, right?
Sure.
Lots of different places I can send them. There's a toxic forest that I can also send them to, but I've never sent a party there. I'm feeling like today's the day. Let's just send one. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
When they both die, they're easily replaceable. You know what I mean?
Wow. What a leader.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Obonobo's drowning. He's swimming and he can't fucking sleep in the water. So he's like exhausted right now.
Poor thing.
He's coming up on an island. We're coming up on an island. He's gonna be okay. We're gonna be fine. He's just not happy about it, you know? It's not doing much for the building trust in me thing or whatever.
Whatever trust, whatever the hell that is.
Whatever that's about. Alright, he's taking a nap. Jake, you didn't pay money for this, right? I mean, technically I subscribe to Game Pass, and, you know, that's what I'm playing it on, so if you want to count that.
I just love... Can we go back to, like, how Redfall was so bad that it got you to lose faith in Game Pass?
I was so mad after that game.
It was so
I'll
funny.
tell you, though, Primal got me right back.
Exoprimal?
Exoprimal got me right back.
I thought you meant Far Cry Primal for a second. No, I was like, what?
No. Exoprimal, that got me back.
Yeah.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
I'm glad they did.
Those sons of bitches.
It's a great time. I'm excited for Savage Gauntlet and for the alpha variants.
Yeah, I'm excited to keep playing that one.
We mentioned playing that tonight, but since Savage Gauntlet comes out in a week, I figured, you know, let it. Oh my God, that's a giant laser. That's a building.
Oh fuck, Steven, we're in deep. We're in deep.
Well, I just got a building dropped on me. Are you in that deep?
People are fucking falling off the face of the planet. People are dying left and right from hunger. Fuck, I had no idea we were this bad on food.
Blood pudding.
I can't. There's no getting to that right now. Fuck. Oh shit, we're losing people fast. We're losing people fast. Oh, fuck me. I had no idea this was happening. Fuck.
You're bad at these.
Fuck.
Yeah, Redfall was really bad.
Redfall was rough.
Jake got so mad. It was hilarious. We all got mad, but Jake, like, got demoralized.
I canceled my subscription for a month. That's
like if Jake had had like a Game Pass like patch on his jacket, he would have ripped it off.
I would have. I would have. Oh man, Steven, we are in deep shit. I don't know how to come back from this.
Feed your people.
I am fucking trying. The problem is my kitchen staff. I didn't realize they were out of.
There's a Tom Holland
supplies.
situation.
I was looking forward to it as well. Do you wait? What? So, anyone want to talk about this? Hey, what's up with Tom Holland? I don't understand. I've seen stuff about. He talked about how he kind of got over. He admitted. He has talked openly about how he had an alcohol problem for a while.
Which is interesting because he's still a 12-year-old in my eyes. He has perpetual baby face. So you hear him say, like, not trying to like lessen his struggle, but just like seeing someone with his face saying, "I struggle with alcohol addiction" is weird to me because he looks like he's 12 years old. Right. It's like, you drink?
He did a sex scene in a movie, a gay one.
What movie?
Is that worth talking about?
And I don't consider it worth talking about. I don't want to.
Do you consider?
I don't want to talk about it, but this is the first I'm hearing of it.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Zendaya is in a movie where she fucks two guys at once.
What are they doing?
I feel like I feel like they're having some weird sexual relationship issues. You know what I mean?
Wait, was that a movie that Zendaya did, or was it Euphoria? Because that sounds like a Euphoria thing.
No, it's a movie. It's a movie.
Oh, just, good for her. She made it.
She did it. She hit the big time. Why are there 14 people idle? There's so much fucking shit to do right now. Oh, we're out of water?
I don't like the term homophobic because that like implies that I'm afraid of a Tom Holland gay sex scene. I'm not. I just don't want to see it. You know? Like, am I homophobic for being like Spider-Man clapping cheeks with a guy? No, thanks. Also, what the hell did I just walk into? I walked into a room where there are enemy robots dancing to disco. This feels like a secret room. But I thought this was the right way to go.
Man, I'm like unsure of how to proceed right now.
Well, I'm going to share screen this to you. And just sit it here for a second so you can see. Let's go.
Can cactuses even grow right now?
Cacti. Yeah, the first thing I went to Vortex was that clip. I don't know if it originated on Vine or whatever, but of the two Spider-Men in bed, and one of them like slaps him on the butt really hard. You know the one?
I know the one. Unfortunately, I know the one.
I think it was the GameCube startup, right? And then it ended with when it was going to do the dun, it ended with them slapping.
Sure.
Oh, the internet's the mistake.
It's a what do they call it? It's a canon event. That's what it was. Oh man.
All right, here you go.
We're in deep, Steven. We're in deep. Water is a surprise. I'm in the middle of a fucking ocean, and somehow water is the thing I'm struggling with right now. I I can't make water to make food so that my people can eat.
Are you seeing this? Did you pull up the...
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't. Hang on, folks. Hold on. Full stop. We're pausing here. Come to Discord. Oh, I'm watching your stream now.
Yeah, just you don't even have to show them. You probably should. But... Can you hear the music? Because it's kind of a bop.
Let me see. I can't.
That's a bummer.
But it's not muted, so I don't know why.
It's probably because I had to share the screen, not the actual application.
That's yeah, probably. I don't like the ones that are Are they sitting or what's happening there?
They're sitting. They're like, okay. Yeah, rock on. And the two like they're cheering on the dancers.
That makes me feel better. That's what's happening.
Yeah. So like watch what happens. Like just how flexible this guy is. Like I was telling you. Oh wait. No wait. Oh, can I not do it? Oh dang. But yeah, that's how you dash is you jet zoom on your knees.
What are you playing?
Vanquish.
Okay.
If you like, remember how I said an exosuit game is something like Anthem or Vanquish? This is Vanquish. This is an exosuit game.
Makes sense.
I ruined their music, so they got mad at me.
Obonobo. Oh, fuck me. Obonobo, if you take a fucking turn, I'm going to be so mad. I'm coming up to a crossroads. My horn man is unemployed right now because we're fucking dying back here, and Obonobo's about to walk into a desert from an ocean. And I'm not ready for it. I'm not prepared for that kind of heat right now. Oh, Christ. Please go forward. Please go straight. Please go straight. Please go straight. God damn it. I am so frustrated right now. Do I not have any builders? Like what's happening here?
You can suggest to change the direction of the creature, but the creature may decide that he doesn't want to listen.
He doesn't want to listen. And honestly, the problem there was there's a position called the hornblower. The hornblower is how we tell him which way to go. And people are dying left and right because we're out of water. And so I'm scrapping everything to try and keep. I'm having to scrap positions so that I can keep people alive right now. So I don't have a hornblower. Found some more people though. That's nice. Only 2. Sucks.
Wait, you find people? Or you're just like, hello, join our village.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Pretty much. All right, I'm finally got a windmill. Somebody's employed at the windmill. I just need somebody to be employed at the bakery, and we might pull out of this, okay? We're out of the water, right? Yeah, we're out of the water. Oh God. Oh God. The sandstorm is coming right for us. We're being hit by a sandstorm, ladies and gentlemen.
Vanquish Vortex is what it's called. Vanquish. It should be pretty cheap on console. I think it's like full price $20. Could be wrong. Hello, Henry Benry.
What up, Henry Benry? This is a game called Wandering Village. It's a game about living on a village that's on top of a monster. This guy right here. And it's incredibly stressful.
Jake has nearly killed his entire village many times.
Multiple times. It's been quite a struggle. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. We're really struggling.
Well, your village is on top of a giant lizard thing that has no concept of your existence, really. And you can tell it, hey, lizard, don't walk into that volcano. And it cannot listen and be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to walk in that volcano.
Pretty much, yeah, that's a great description. It basically, I was coming out of an ocean of salt water. We were running out of water. And so the thing we needed to do was to get to some fresh land over here. And instead, he walked into a desert. So that's where we are now. We're struggling.
Poor Tick said this entire time your civilization could have been building a really big ladder.
To get down?
Yes.
We could have gotten down. I mean, we got up here on our own. We chose to be up here. God dang it. We're just so screwed.
It's really funny how
Oh my God. We're done. This is it. We're just slowly dying over here. We have 9 people left.
On the whole village?
On the whole village. I have no idea where they are.
What did you do, Jay?
We ran out of water and we ran out of food.
So Henry, how many did you have earlier? Like in the 20s?
I had like 50.
Jake.
I know once you run out of food, there's not really a way to come back from that.
That's why you manufacture
turtles all the way down. I've been manufacturing food. What happened was we went through a couple different biomes. I was having to deal with a bunch of toxic stuff. And then next thing I know, the kitchens that are making food for everybody suddenly didn't have any supplies. And so that really fucked me over. And like at this point, I don't know where the people that exist are employed, and they need to be employed at. This is my one complaint about the game is
they're all employed at the comedy club.
I'm really not sure where. I'm not sure who is alive, and still like what I don't know what their job is.
So, is there not an easy way to figure that out? You've got 9 people. Can you not select the individual person and be like, hey?
I wonder if I can just like, okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to select the whole village and tell everyone to stop working.
Everyone works at the bakery now.
Pretty much. Everyone is on bakery duty right now. Enable. Oh, no. Enable. If you're not working at the bakery or the flour mill.
Henry says it's 8 now. Did you lose someone else?
Yeah. Yeah. No, we lost somebody. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm not stressed at all. Somehow, 2 of my researchers were alive. Oh, fuck!
What?
Oh my God, that sandstorm destroyed a bunch of houses.
Is that where they went? Like, people just kind of dipped because they didn't have a house?
No, but it definitely wasn't helping. I have disabled every working position, and somehow I still don't have somebody working the fucking bakery. And I don't think they understand that this is literally life or death.
You have a really misogynistic society, and all of your guys are men, and none of them want to.
I really don't think they understand the situation we're in right now.
Oh man.
Somebody wanted to be a dung collector over a baker, so let's work through that.
That's a man's job. That's a man's job, dung collector. But making food in the kitchen, woman's job, right?
Who would want to do that? God damn, I have so much wheat right now. It's not.
Vortex, I would pay full retail price of I would pay $70 right now. I would drop $70 if there were kaiju fights in this game that Jake didn't know about, and while trying to get his people to eat food, he zoomed out and saw that.
That's what those flamethrowers were for.
He saw that Oompa Loompa, or whatever his name is going up against a freaking multi-headed dragon. Oh man, that would make my life.
What's really stupid is I disabled automatic water collectors.
Why would you disable that?
That's a great question, Steven.
I don't want to judge you because I haven't played this game myself. But, like, didn't you just get out of the tutorial like 15 minutes ago?
I did. Yes, that is true.
It took you that little amount of time to just tank a society.
I mean, the tutorial is more like we're going to tell you what things you need to be doing.
Uh-huh.
But not really like here like it wasn't like a hand-holding tutorial. It was more like, hey, you should probably think about doing X thing,
right,
and Y thing.
I'll be right back.
Obonobo is taking a nap. He's taking a nap. What do those do? Oh man. What things keep breaking? Oh, Jesus Christ. This game is doing me no favors, everybody. No favors.
What?
Just this game. This game is doing me no favor. No. We somehow edged out the food crisis. Okay.
Are our numbers going up?
That's the thing. These people. These people don't know how to repopulate.
Because they're all men. They don't want to be in.
Honestly, that might be the problem. Man, the way you get people is by running into.
I don't need you to explain how that works, Jake.
Running into groups of people, or like sending your party, your scavenging party out, and having them like discover a group of people and be like, hey, yo, come hang out with us.
Monty asks a great question. Did your scouts ever make it back from the poison forest?
Yes, they did. I don't even remember what they got. I don't think we have a captain's log. There is a captain's log running on the bottom left, but I can't like. Oh, I can. Okay, let's see.
It just says shit, 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 shit.
Many of your villagers are starving 3 times. Royal has starved to death. Many of your villagers are starving. Many of your villagers are starving. Many of your villagers are starving. Oh, great. Now we're walking through oh, it's fucking cold now. What can I grow in the fucking cold? Apparently nipples. I can grow beets. Nipples?
Nipples, yep.
Oh, jeez. We've definitely come out of the food crisis, though. Food crisis, not as big of an issue as it was a few minutes ago.
That's great.
I'm gonna feed Obonobu a couple times. Oh, actually, we're walking up to his favorite food. Oh, wait, did he take a fucking turn? Of course he fucking did. Jesus Christ, this guy.
Are you constantly suggesting to him what to do?
No, I had to get rid of that position. There's nobody manning that station.
Now, I've never played this game before, Jake.
I don't have enough people, Steven. I have 8 people and 150 jobs that need to be filled, okay?
One of those jobs that I would consider a high priority is probably one that drives the car.
Well, I don't have time for that because I need to get I need to get a scouting party who can start recruiting more members. Not to mention a doctor to keep everybody alive. Not to mention all my buildings are broken right now. Doing so good, we've run out of storage. Oh, jeez. Okay. Obonobu's dancing? For some reason, I'm not sure what he's doing.
That's nice. That's his mating dance.
So many buildings were just destroyed. I haven't even thought about that.
Oh, if he makes you guys are dead.
Oh my god. Everything is breaking right now, Steven.
Mm-hmm.
God, just fuck me. Another tornado right now, Jesus Christ. I can't keep up with anything. Oh, fucking finally. We have a scouting party. Go to that village and bring me as many fucking people as you can kidnap. Just kidnap them. Don't even worry about if they want to come or not.
Who wants to come live on this exciting new village?
The fucking bakery broke. We are fucking... We're screwed. We're so screwed.
What are you doing?
I'm fucking struggling over here is what I'm doing.
Really?
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're fucking... I don't even remember what this building was. This is the one that makes Obonobu medicine. It's fun news. Obonobo just ate some tasty looking stones that give him constipation. So that's fun.
Great.
That'll be fun for our team here in a minute. just gonna say the repair of the bakery should probably be the highest priority.
Honestly, do you need him to keep moving right now, or is that kind of a problem?
I would love for him to go to sleep. I don't.
Maybe constipation's a good thing.
Oh, constipation is great. Yeah. I don't have anybody on duty to collect his poop anyway, so.
Great.
It's not a huge deal.
I'm glad that that's not a huge loss for you.
It might be a huge loss for Obanobu, but he just took a shit. I don't know what they want from me. You know what I mean? Also, he's heading into the ocean, which like isn't a problem, but I'm not exactly like happy about it.
The fact that the foundation of your religion is a living thing and he's being blamed for living his life is hilarious. That's true. I feel like there's a moral in there somewhere.
Thank God he took a nap before he went into the fucking ocean. Who knows what Who fucking knows what would have happened just then?
Does he not float?
He does, but he can't. He won't. He has to. He's swimming.
You need to get someone that can teach Obanobu how to float. Because you'd think that he would float. Like without swimming.
You would think this fucking dinosaur would know a lot. But somehow he knows very little. You asked about him moving. Like, honestly, him moving is nice because we do need... When he moves, I have a chance to see...
He's buoyant. It'd be buoyant, Monty. It's like an island. He'd be buoyant.
It said we encountered a group of settlers who want to join our whatever. And then it said one joined the group.
No, Vortex. I don't even know that by name. What is it?
I'm wanted, dead. All right, we're back up to 18 people.
That is pretty impressive. Now, keep an eye on your food, please, for the love of God.
For the love of God.
It's always really funny to me when playing Mech Warrior. So there's a mech called the Javelin, and it's like it's a scout class, real basic. It carries a couple lasers, maybe a small missile rack, but like it's on the low tier of mechs. And I'm in a 3-man squad right now. I'm piloting my Gray Death Shadowhawk, which is like my personal mech, and I'm rolling up with a Wolverine and a Phoenix Hawk class, both of which are on their own double the weight of a Javelin. And over the comms, the Javelin goes, "Enemy mech, I'll take him out." And then he immediately dies. Because he's a Javelin, and he does not kill anything. He's a scout unit. He's supposed to collect information and engage from a distance if necessary.
Well, love it.
But the Phoenix Hawk, and you guys watching can look this up and tell me I'm wrong. The Phoenix Hawk looks like a Master Chief Bionicle. Look it up and tell me I'm wrong. You can't.
A Master Chief Bionicle.
Just look up Mech Warrior or BattleTech, because it's both the same IP. Phoenix Hawk. Tell me that doesn't look like a Master Chief Bionicle. I'm playing Mech Warrior 5 right now. I love a good mech game, Monty. That's one of my niches.
Steven does love a good mech game.
That's why I'm so pumped for Armored Core. Armored Core is where my fascination for mechs came from.
Fuck.
Yeah, doesn't it look like a Master Chief Bionicle kind of deal? Like if Lego made a Master Chief mech or something, it would be that. Wait, there was a Master Chief mech in a Halo Legends episode? What? But what I'm piloting is the Grey Death Shadowhawk. Check that out if you want to. It's got this cool shoulder cannon, and each arm has 2 lasers on it, and then I've got a shoulder-mounted missile launcher. It's pretty cool. It's whatever.
It's whatever, dude.
It was on Game Pass. It might still be, Monty. I like it a lot. It's first person. You can like assign your weapons to different groupings. The Grey Death Shadowhawk is actually a lore specific mech. The Grey Death specifically is important in the books apparently, but the Shadowhawk is my favorite mech, probably like my favorite mech template. The Blackjack is up there too. Blackjack is great. It's just cannons on legs, basically. Well, I guess that's the Rifleman, actually.
I wish I could somehow prioritize what job I want someone to go to.
Surely you can.
Because we need a fucking doctor. We need a doctor, Steven.
Catapult's a lot of fun. It's just either 2 giant energy cannons on legs or 2 giant missile launchers on legs. It's a fun time, Monty. It can be overwhelming, but once you get the hang of it, it's a good time.
Hey, Monty. Monty.
Interesting. I've never seen that before, Vortex. It's. Oh, Henry joined our Discord. Henry, if you're still here, glad to have you.
Henry.
It's really funny to me because Henry just crapped on your gameplay for like 5 minutes and then dipped and then joined the Discord.
He's like, you know what? Those guys were cool.
There's actually a mech called a trebuchet. So, it's pretty cool.
You know, we're just we're on the struggle bus over here.
There is a mech in this called the Urban Mech. Mm-hmm. It's even more so of a garbage tier mech than the Javelin. Mm-hmm. it to put in perspective, the Shadowhawk, the thing I pilot, is 55 tons.
Mm-hmm.
The Urban Mech is 30.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's literally just like a turret on legs to where it has one cannon, and it's meant for like urban combat, obviously, because it's slow, but it can rotate a full 360 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the one good thing about it, but it's garbage. It's absolute garbage. But you can put a very big gun on it, so you can basically pilot it like a turret, but you're going to get outmaneuvered and outgunned by nearly everything. So it's just a bad time. But it's basically like it's the basic unit that you get hit with in low tier jobs. Mike, I play this game with Mike sometimes. Vortex knows who Mike is. He's the guy that loves Warhammer. But my campaign, my career that I have going on in this game, we share it. And so you guys can look this one up. You'll get a kick out of it. It's called the King Crab. It is 100 tons. It's literally twice the tonnage of my mech. And it's just this giant, it looks like a bunker on legs with 2 clamps for hands that you can put giant laser cannons in the middle of. It is absurd, and you guys will love it.
It sounded like you just said boinkers.
I said a bunker on legs?
I heard boinker. I don't know if it or not, but I got a good chuckle out of it.
I did not say boinker.
But you meant it.
You can't prove that.
You can't prove that you did it.
You know, I'm gonna bring Blackjack. Blackjack sounds like fun. Hell yeah, perfect tonnage. Yeah, everyone's saying Jake.
Fuck you, everyone. No, just Monty. All right, let's calm down.
Has Vortex ever sided with you on anything like this? I don't think this is gonna be the one. This ain't it, Chief.
This ain't it. This ain't it, Chief.
But
oh man,
probably not, says Vortex. So BattleTech, I think, is the actual intellectual property that MechWarrior is. But because BattleTech is like the tabletop, and then MechWarrior is the first-person mech game that takes place in the BattleTech universe. There is a recent BattleTech game. I say recent, semi-recent. So it's kind of like a turn-based XCOM style mech game. It's really good. So if you really like the idea of BattleTech, but you're more into like a slow-paced turn, I think it's only PC though. Now that I say that, but it's a fun time. But one of the things I like about this game, and you can do this more in BattleTech than you can in MechWarrior, but you can still do it a bit in MechWarrior. You can customize the kind of the application of your. Let's go in there. No, yeah, go to location. But let's say like the Blackjack, for example, standard comes with 2 medium ballistic slots, which would normally be like medium rate cannons that have an ammo limit. So I've rigged this Blackjack to where instead of the ballistic cannons for its arms, it has PPCs, which are energy-based weaponry. So they don't require ammo. They just have a longer cooldown and they generate heat. So I was able to prioritize what would normally go into ammo slots and give myself heat sinks to give myself energy, a good energy economy. So this Blackjack that I've rigged has 2 PPCs and 2 medium lasers, none of which require ammo. So this thing can basically snipe infinitely. and as long as it doesn't take significant damage, as long as I can manage the heat. So if I was to go to like a hot planet, that obviously would not be ideal. But for pretty much any other planet, because I've been able to do good enough with the energy economy and the heat sinks, it's good to go. There's this other mech called a Commando, and stop me if I'm stealing the stream from you, but it just seemed like you were in a
I'm coming out of a stressful situation, so yeah, I don't have any water too. I'm not sure what to do about that.
Okay. There's another mech called the Commando, and it's like it's really tiny. It's like 25 tons, and it's very much supposed to be like a light mech, like a scout style, but it looks like a really short, muscular guy with like inferiority complex. So like whenever a Commando comes up on you, it's just like this short, like broad-shouldered guy that's like, hey, like a Danny DeVito kind of. If Danny DeVito was muscular.
About to walk through a fucking cloud.
I can probably give you a good turn-based game to get you started, Monty.
Have you heard of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle?
It's honestly baby's first XCOM. It's a good baby's first XCOM. But like, what aspects of turn-based strategy are you into? Like, is it the turn-based tactical combat? Is like 4X long-term strategy kind of stuff, like resource-based management, all that? Like, what are you looking for? Because turn-based tactical games are one of my favorite genre of all time. And obviously, my go-to is XCOM, but it's very intimidating in terms of difficulty because it does not baby you at all. But I do think in terms of like accessibility, XCOM is available on basically everything, so it's going to be one of the best. And you could customize the difficulty a good bit. Well, obviously XCOM would be a go-to. Do you like more, like, are you into more fantasy settings, sci-fi, modern? What's your flavor?
My dumb ass was like, do you like fucking or getting fucked?
Jake, you need to calm down. Pick your poison. You top or bottom?
What did you think about that gay sex scene with Tom Hardy? You know who I need to chill out? It's fucking Obanobu over here. This dude is just, he has been dancing for a long time, and I don't
let him live his life.
But what? Oh, fuck me. Oh, Jesus Christ. He just took a nap in a fucking poison zone again. I can't catch a freaking break with this guy.
Let him dance.
Let him dance.
Be right back. I'm going to get a Gatorade.
Can you get me one too?
No.
Damn. I am out here trying. I'm the man that once built an underground dance floor on an alien spaceship to try and combat Steven.
Did you know, Jake, that there are no fewer than 3 flavors of blue Gatorade?
I was not made aware of that, but I appreciate
the one that I'm about to drink looks like, you know, at a barber shop, what they dip the combs into?
Yeah.
It looks like that. You guys couldn't just make an Island on Wheels like that one movie? What movie? Are you talking about the one that Peter Jackson directed that bombed really bad?
Also, you act like we made the movie. I didn't make the movie.
So I'm looking for Jake trying to ban dancing. It's funny you say that because I banned dancing in my No Man's Sky pack. And then Jake dug a hole in my village And then
I'm laughing because I just told the story.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, he said, Jake's trying to ban dancing. And I was like, and that's ironic because.
Yeah. Yeah, Jake accidentally dug a hole in the ground that he realized he couldn't fill. So then he tried to make the excuse that he was doing an underground dancing
just like
club.
the hole in my heart.
Idiot.
Oh, fuck.
All right, so Monty, give me somewhere to start. Fantasy game, like Dungeons and Dragons, Magic, Lord of the Rings, that kind of vibe, or sci-fi like space, or like something more modern like Jagged Alliance, I guess XCOM. And are you just on Xbox? You know what? This barbershop juice ain't bad.
Oh, man. What a time to be alive, everybody. What a time.
Probably not a modern one as much as, yeah, I'm just not close. Okay. So, the Wasteland games. I know you said not modern, but that's more like apocalyptic because those just popped in my head. Wasteland 3 and Wasteland 2 are a cool blend of RPG and turn-based combat. They're a lot of fun. With Wasteland 3, actually, no, with both of them, you make your 4-man squad of Rangers, and that's your team for the entire game. And you can turn on permadeath to where if any of them die, then you can replace them. But think Fallout, but you're operating a 4-man squad, essentially, is what Wasteland 3 and 2 are.
Oh, fuck
Wasteland
me.
3, Wasteland 3 is a little bit more lighthearted, but both of them are on Game Pass, actually. They can be a little bit overwhelming at first, but the combat is not overwhelming. The combat's pretty straightforward. The RPG elements are where it gets a bit complicated, and there's a lot of reading.
Steven, shit is about to hit the goddamn fan.
We're
walking through a poison cloud right now, but look at this fucking piece of shit that we're about to walk through. We're about to walk through a goddamn mushroom toxic forest.
You gotta get him in line, man.
I told him to go this way. I'm the idiot. I'm the problem today. All right, we're pausing everything.
That's great. That is hilarious.
I told him to go this way. Jesus Christ. I didn't want to go in the ocean. That was my problem. I was like, the ocean's probably not the place we want to go.
Yep. So the Wasteland games, Wasteland 3, people that one is probably a better entry point because Wasteland 2, I feel like is a lot denser. So I would say probably start with Wasteland 3. Can't wait for him to fall asleep in the middle of the night.
There's a sleeping pad near, like, between here and there. I'm absolutely going to have him take a nap there.
Marvel's Midnight Suns is... If you really like superheroes, I would say give it a shot. I really enjoy it. I think the writing is good because it's a more, like, grounded take on the different characters to where it focuses more on the things that make them human. Like, everyone is a little unlikable, and I like that. And the gameplay is less turn-based tactical to where, like, you're moving on, like, a grid-based map, and it's more of, like, a traditional turn-based game with positioning as part of it. It's hard to explain. It's a fun game. I like it a lot. It's got a mixture of card mechanics and turn-based strategy.
Oddly enough, it's a gay Tom Holland sex scene in it.
There's not.
So here's
oddly enough, fun fact.
Tom
Holland is gay sex in that game.
Here's what I just noticed, Steven. We've come out of a lot of sticky situations.
Just like Tom Holland.
Just like Tom Holland. We're about to come out of a really sticky situation. Obunobu is halfway. He's very sick.
Yeah.
And I don't have anyone employed as an Obunobu doctor right now.
Great.
But we also have all these spores out here that need to be dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
And we should have a lot of problems that are about to happen right now.
Yep. So anyway, XCOM 2 is always good. But I would recommend, because it's a lot more, like, it's got a good bit of complexity in the combat, a good bit of complexity in the big picture strategy scene. I would recommend it not being your first. And if you end up playing XCOM and wanting more challenge, more depth, Phoenix Point, which I believe is also on Game Pass. It's made by the maker of the original XCOM, like pre-Jake Solomon and 2K. It's pretty good. Think XCOM if you had the ability to use vehicles and you could use VATS to target specific parts on the aliens, and the aliens also mutate over time to where, like, if they are having an issue guarding certain parts of their body, they'll mutate to develop shields and stuff. So it's a bit of a bitch. But it's fun. It's a good one. But XCOM is always my go. Like, I think XCOM hits the sweet spot of difficulty, but not being too difficult. You know, like it's gratifying but challenging. It is a really cool concept, Monty. It's just it can be it can have a high barrier to entry, but I would keep an eye on it. Let's see. For a fantasy one, there are a few. If you want something that's more D&D, obviously Baldur's Gate 3, you can have sex with a bear. Solasta, just like Tom Holland had sex with that bear in that scene, in that movie.
That one time, yeah.
That one time. Solasta, Crown of the Magister, I believe, might be on Xbox. I think it's on Game Pass. It's on PC Game Pass, at least. It's kind of a D&D style simulator to where similar to Wasteland, you can make your party of 4 and go through like different campaigns, and there's a element of like user generated campaigns. So that one's cool. There's one that, like, if you don't want to be too in the weeds with like an RPG, but you want to do like more dialed back turn-based combat, but with a good bit of customization, Fell Seal Arbiter's Mark. I think this is on Xbox. I know it's on PC, Switch, and PlayStation. I don't know why it wouldn't be on Xbox, but Fell Seal Arbiter's Mark is basically the spiritual successor to Final Fantasy Tactics from the 90s, which was my gateway into turn-based tactics. You run a clan of adventurers, or a guild, I guess. And you go on different quests, and like it's job system like Final Fantasy, to where you can have like a red mage that is able to use offensive and defensive magic, or like a thief that can turn into a ninja, and you can dual class characters. It's a lot of character customization, but it isn't weighed down by a ton of RPG and excessive story. It's a very good one if you just really like character customization. But it's got more of a cartoony, well, not cartoony, but it's not a realistic style, visual style. Troubleshooter Abandoned Children is like if My Hero Academia was a poorly translated XCOM-like game with very overcomplicated RPG elements on PC.
I'm glad you're here, Steven, because I'm so stressed.
Just be a dead stream if I wasn't here.
I mean, it wouldn't be dead, but I would be just stressing. I would be vocalizing my stress is all I would be doing.
Yep. Let me know if you try any of them out, Monty, and good luck with that job interview. Have a good night.
Night, Monty. Yeah, I'm close to needing to call it because Lee Allison is on her way home. She's been studying, and I'm gonna have to help her pack because then she's gonna be stressed.
Where's she going?
Well, we're all going to the Neshoba County Fair.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
We're leaving tomorrow. So me and Asher are gonna go to Waffle House in the morning.
Nice.
Have a good old.
Who goes to Waffle House in the morning?
Well, you know,
morning. They're open in the morning. I don't know that.
You know, morning is an interesting. It's all a point of perspective. You know.
Yeah.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go really late tonight to Waffle House.
And then when you say really late,
I mean in the morning.
just what are you doing? Just
what are you
say
doing?
what you mean.
What are you doing? I can't tell you how much toxin has made it onto this dinosaur. And also, this dinosaur is in the red for sickness. And I don't have enough people to deal with this problem right now.
How many people do you have now?
15. And somehow it's just not enough. Food? Knocking on something? I have 552 things of food. And I have a shit ton of wheat to make flour. I have a shit ton of flour to make bread. And then bread is what's boosting my food right now. So, like, I need all hands on deck for, like, dealing with the crisis that we're in right now.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, I think we're going to be okay. I just need somebody to, here we go. I got to start healing this stupid dinosaur. Get his doctors working overtime.
You built the town on him.
He asked me to. He was like, hey.
You don't get to call him the stupid dinosaur.
He was like, hey, you guys want to ride? It's like, yeah.
I mean, if he asked you like that, then I blame you for building the... Like, if a dinosaur comes up to you and he's like, hey, want to ride? You run.
Want to ride? But what if he went on a ride? You know what I mean? Fucking Jesus Christ. Do you see what's coming up? Two. Either way I tell him to go,
that is hilarious.
We're fucking screwed. So you know what, Obonobo? You do whatever you want. You do what you feel like, bro. I'm still dealing with this other crisis. I have 5 people working on getting rid of spores, and they're going to be working on it for a long time. Now, I don't think that guy understood that highest priority being identified to the spores meant I should chop down some trees. He missed the mark a little bit there.
So I accidentally brought a mech to this mission, misunderstanding what its weapon that it had equipped was. It's a shotgun. That's not good. I'm doing a defense mission that does not incur, like, I'm supposed to kill the enemies before they get to the city.
Mm-hmm.
So I am very much kitted for close range.
Steven's not a good place.
I'm in a better place than Jake.
Right now, yeah.
Thankfully, I've got an LRM, so I can at least pepper them with missiles before they get close.
Yeah, like, look at the back over here. It's just covered in gunk. All right, Lee Allison just got home, so I'm gonna have to call it there.
Are you out tomorrow?
I'm out tomorrow. I'm out Saturday, but I'm gonna be coming back, and I'm gonna be ready for some Remnant.
Excellent.
I'll be back probably Wednesday.
Okay.
So I can potentially even play with you Wednesday if you've got some time. Maybe it's not a stream, but
yeah,
we can play. So anyway, rip Kevin the Foundation feelings. You mean Obonobo? This is a fun game. I like it. If you got Game Pass, it's worth your time.
You've been stressing for the past.
So stressed. I'm so stressed. It's fun. Like, it's good. It's just very like some of these like, oh, I'm gonna build a village games. Like, there's no stakes. You know what I mean? You're just building, and like maybe you're fighting with hunger, and like overpopulating too fast, which definitely happened to us here. But the moving city adds a lot of elements that like keep it, I don't know, engaging or whatever. But anyway, I digress. That's gonna be it for tonight, guys. We'll talk to y'all later. Steven's gonna be doing Remnant 2 probably the rest of the weekend, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I imagine so.
It's probably good that I'll be gone because you three could potentially play, and then I can be a second or third in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will help us get the lay of the land a little bit.
We're just flat out dying. All right, yeah. Y'all have fun. Y'all have a good weekend. I'll see you later. Bye.
Okay.
Monty.